Hey everybody, Robert here. Up here in the Wizard Tower, I've been trying to find better names for this, like the Arcanon or something like that, but Wizard Tower works. It's easy to say. It implies everything I like to do up here. Almost everything. Anyway, today I want to talk about hypnosis versus brainwashing. And this is a rehearsal, something I decided to do and throw up. So the main differences are one is forced and one is not. One is debilitating to get the goal through or the thing they want to get done achieved, and one is rejuvenating and healing and still gets the thing done and achieved, and actually faster. So, examples with hypnosis, we overload you gently. Count this, see the stairs, yada yada. That all overloads you, and then you escape into hypnosis, into this pleasurable floating, sometimes warm, cool, depending on the person. It's a good feeling. It's rejuvenating. And when you wake up from it, you feel energized. You feel great. You feel ready. Brainwashing is steady breakdown with repetition or steady pain, wearing you down in a negative way. Let's put it that way. With repetition, with goal in mind while this is happening until you take that on, it becomes your personality. Um, One example that comes to mind, I've never been to boot camp, but I've been to sheriff's office training. It was kind of similar. We marched, stuff like that, but we didn't do a lot of things that military do, obviously. Um, but, and we weren't brainwashed. It wasn't like that. It was an academy, it wasn't a boot camp, but it's my reference, so I'm using it. But, so, like in boot camp and sheriff's office training, the marching, when you march, yeah, and then say the cadence, you're falling into line with people. You're getting into like a hypnotic trance with the steps and the rhythm and the repetition. There, it's a mantra. A marching platoon, or what do you want to call it, whatever it is, a marching platoon that's marching in sync. It's the same thing as a shaman drum. And then they're saying the cadence or saying whatever they're saying that day. Drilling. It might be funny, it might be not, but they're drilling that information into you with repetition. And because you're doing the drum beat, you're going into hypnosis, into a little bit of suggestible state, and they're doing this all day long, right? Going, drilling, yelling, whatever the hell they do. But they actually combine hypnosis and brainwashing because they tear you down to build you back up. That's what they do. And one of the things they do is they have you see a prayer or one last thing or one last task to do before you go to bed. And then all that day's training, especially that last few hours, is downloaded directly to the subconscious, and you wake up changed. I can't remember the doctor that I listened to literally today about this, but he said that when you train yourself, when you're doing something like that, even building muscle, learning something new, whatever it is, your cells actually change to help you do that more. Like overnight, in a few minutes, sometimes it can change to help you achieve that goal more. So you kind of unlock more of yourself. Um, but that's going off to another video. That's a whole nother weird thing I found out today. Very cool. I like weird, cool stuff, in case you haven't noticed. Anyway, so brainwashing, hypnosis. Hypnosis is very much healing, rejuvenating, yet programming. Brainwashing is tiring, breaking you down so the programming can take effect. And like I said, I've never been to boot camp, but I believe that boot camp does the same thing, like kind of both. And then at least my sheriff's office training, it wasn't hypnosis as far as I know. It wasn't brainwashing as far as I know, but they did change you over the months you were there. But yeah, like I said, not nearly intense as what I assume the military does, especially the spec ops guys. Like, no. um, this is what it is. So there's way more to it than that, but I wanted to keep this a short video. Just remember the two main differences. Well, the one main difference: one debilitates to reprogram, one heals and rejuvenates to reprogram. You can go different ways, but that's the main difference between hypnosis and brainwashing. And also with hypnosis, I can't make you do anything. That's not how that works. you you will never do anything against your own will under hypnosis, or at least against your own moral compass. Let's put it that way. On stage, in stage hypnosis, in a funny situation, The secret to that is in hypnosis, you will do what you will do behind closed doors, but you will not do things against your moral compass. So if you like to dance with your pants off, just in your underwear, you'll do that on stage, possibly. But you won't just shoot somebody if that's not, within your moral compass, or what do you want to call it. So just a little side bit on that. Brainwashing is complete control through torturous tearing down the body and mind until you comply, until it becomes automatic. Hypnosis is different. Hypnosis uses rejuvenating feelings, positive feelings, relaxation, openness to get these same changes done in often a much shorter time. That's why it's used more for therapy than brainwashing. But yeah, checking into this, guys. It's really good to know what hypnosis is, what brainwashing is, and part of my mission is to educate people about what it is and how it's being used on you in many different ways, especially in America, like in subliminal marketing, advertising, the works. In religion, in the military, the works. It's all being used either against you, for you, depending on what's going on. But that's, like I said, a whole nother big topic. But brainwashing, hypnosis, one degrades and destroys and breaks you down to change you. One rejuvenates, one heals, one leaves you feeling amazing afterwards to change you. All right? You guys have a great day. Have any questions, email me, walthypnotherapy@yahoo.com. Like, subscribe, and all that. Check out my other pages. And check out my other website, ineedhypno.com. It's a hypnotherapy contracting site. It's not just me up there. I have about 15 therapists right now that I'm still hiring, and we have audios you can purchase, and we have free audios you can download. It's a whole hypnosis contracting hub, and I love it. It's my baby. We also hire and have NLP practitioners and Yoga Nidra practitioners. Check it out, y'all. Have a good one.